begin lying down on our back. Okay, great. Place your hands on your belly. Take a big deep breath here. Let the belly move. Open your mouth, let it all go. Inhale. Fill up the belly. Exhale, release. Deep inhale into the hands. Exhale, let it all go. Keep going. As you breathe here, start to observe the breath. The breath coming in, the breath coming. Smooth inhale, smooth exhale. Any thoughts come into your mind, bring your attention back to your breath. Any physical sensations arise, go back to your breath. Letting the body know that even though there maybe roadblocks or stickiness, you're using the breath to bring yourself back. Take a nice inhale into the nose. Open your mouth and let it go. Full and complete inhale. Exhale, release. This time, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Allow yourself to let the breath guide you. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Find your intention. Bring it into your mind's eye. And on your next exhale, really let it go. Bring your knees into your chest. And then sway side to side. And take your knees to the right. Circle your knees to the right. Press the low back down. Maybe you feel some stickiness, some tension. So start to take inventory here and now go the opposite direction with your circle. And then bring your knees back to center. Take your knees out, push it away, and then bring it back in. Out, push, bring back in. Keep going while I turn on the music. Use your breath for the movement. Smooth and complete breaths. In and out. And then bring your knees in, push your knees away, out and in. Bring your knees back to center. Open your arms out in a T and revolve your knees over to your left. Again, checking in with your body, seeing where you're at as far as any pain, tension. Maybe it's all feeling good. How is the breath? Knees back to center. Take the knees over to your left. Pull the knees back in. Plant the feet down. Hip width distance. So check down to your feet. Check to see that the outer feet are along the outer hips. Press down through the big toe side, pinky toe side. Lift the hips up. Come into bridge pose. Straighten the arms and grab onto the outside edges of your mat. Roll the shoulder heads back. Continue pushing down through your feet as you slightly place a little grip in the buttocks. Your thighs are tight, they're engaged. And your chest is broad, it's open, because your shoulder heads are rolled back. The breath is smooth. And then exhale, lower the hips down. Again, inhale, lift the hips up. This time, maybe interlace underneath your hip. And again, roll the shoulder heads down and away underneath you so your chest opens up. And you feel a slight gripping in the shoulder blade. Release and relax the hips down. Inhale, lift the hips up, change the interlace, awkward thumb on top and roll the shoulder heads back. Keep pressing through the feet. Keep the thighs engaged, the buttocks slightly gripping. And then exhale, lower the hips down. Let's do some pelvic tilts before we come on hands and knees. So slide the buttocks flesh down towards the heels. Lift the frontal hip bones towards your chest. And then release it. And then you find the natural curvature of the back. Now, again, flatten out the low back. Slide the buttocks flesh down towards the heels. Automatically, it brings the frontal hip bones up higher. Release and let the curvature come back. Flatten it out. One more time. Release it. and then flatten it. And as you flatten the low back, you'll notice that you need to use your core to do that, right? Good. Now lift your legs. Shins are parallel to the ceiling. Bring your hands behind your head. Elbows are nice and wide. Draw the navel in to the body. As you exhale, lift the chest forward. Straighten the right leg, right elbow to left knee. Come back center. Go the opposite direction. Lift through your core. Each time your chest lifts, you exhale. Five, 4, 3, 1. Lower all the way down. Rock from side to side. Place your hands behind your knees and then come up and back. Rock up and back until you're ready to sit up. Lengthen and lift the spine. Sit up nice and tall. Engage the core. 1 second. Sorry, I'm just going to put my hair up. There we go. Cross your legs at the shin. Try to flex your feet and have your feet underneath your knees. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. Lower the right hand down, slide it out and reach over. Now, at the same time you reach your left hand overhead, root down the left hip. Take your top palm, place it on the bottom rib, and now bring the bottom rib up towards the ceiling. Open up the left arm. Navel to spine, come back to center. Lower the left hand, crawl it out, reach overhead. And again, anchor your left hip down. Top palm comes onto the bottom ribs. Rotate the bottom rib up towards the ceiling. Reach back up. Come back through center. Bring your hands down through heart center. And then come into all fours. Let's take cat-cows here. So inhale, chin up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, roll the shoulder head back. Exhale, press the navel in. Take 2 more rounds. One more, because I don't know where we're at. All right, come into a neutral spine here. And let's step back into plank pose. Shoulders above wrists, roll the shoulder heads back. Knit the ribs, keep the thighs engaged, and press the heels back as you roll the shoulder heads back even more. And then exhale, downward facing dog. And then bend your knees, lower them for child's pose. Full and complete inhale. Walk your hands in front of you, straighten your arms, your elbows are lifted, your fingers are spread, you're pressing through your palms. Your two hands are like suction cups. Lift your hips, curl the toes under, shift your hips back to downward facing dog. Bend one knee and bend the other as you shift your hips back. Pressing down through all 10 fingers, softening the shoulders away from the ear. Knitting the ribs in. Your thighs are engaged. And then find stillness in your down dog. Allow the heels to just grow heavy. Smooth inhale. Exhale. On your inhale, look in between your hands at the end of your exhale. Walk, or hop to the front of the mat. Bring your hands to your calves and inhale, lengthen for Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold for Uttanasana. Press down through your feet. Circle your arms up for Urdhva Hastasana. Reach your fingertips up, but keep your ribs knitted in. Hands down through palm to heart center. Bring your hands down out to the sides of your waist, of your hip. Keep that motion going on in the pelvis where we glide the buttocks flesh down towards the heel. As we do that, we have to keep our thighs engaged because otherwise we'll just end up like this. So firming the thighs, buttocks flesh down. Standing strong in your Tadasana. Circle your arms up. Forward fold here. Soften the knees on your way down. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, Uttanasana. Plant your hands down. Step your right foot back. Lower the back knee. Navel to spine. Reach your arms up for Anjaneyasana. Press down through the left heel as you extend up, reaching through the fingertips. Find that breath going. Bring your hands behind you, interlace, lift the chest up, reach the knuckles down. Now, try not to let your ribs poke out too much. It's just a small adjustment. Keep firming the outer hips in. Keep engaging the thighs. Release the interlace. Plant your hands down. Charge up the back foot. Step the left back. Plank pose. 3 breaths here. Push down through the palm and lift up out of the shoulder blades. Firming the belly. Gliding the buttocks flesh down towards the heel. Exhale, shift back, downward facing dog. You can try a down dog with your feet stepped out a little wider than your hips. Remember, it's your chest going towards your thigh. You're not in a perfect pyramid here where your shoulders are kind of going forward. Your shoulders and your hips go back. Bend your right knee, step your right foot next to your right thumb. Pause, low lunge. Lower the back knee, flatten out the back foot. Navel to spine, reach the arms up. Anjaneyasana, other side. Knit the ribs in. Firm the outer hips in. Reach up through the fingertips, maybe look up. Bring the hand behind you, change the interlace, awkward thumb on top. Push the knuckles back. Open up through the chest, but don't dip in the low back. Keep firming the belly. Your next exhale, release. Plant your hands down. Charge up the back foot. Step forward. Hands to calves, inhale, lengthen. Pause here and draw the navel in. Keep the neck nice and long. Exhale, Uttanasana. Root down through the feet. Circle the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands down through heart center. Tadasana. Let's close the eyes here, taking a moment, feeling the strong mountain pose and bringing the breath back if it was not there. Crown of the head to the ceiling. Chin slightly tucked in. Shoulder blades pressing towards each other as the collarbones extend. Ribs are knitted. Buttocks flesh down towards the heels as the thighs are firm. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to shins, lift. Refold. Plant your hands down. Step your feet back, plank pose. Pause and plank. Take a minute here. Push up and out of the palm. On your exhale, lower your knees down. Flatten out your feet. Pause. Draw the core in. Shift forward. Bend your elbows, and as you lower, graze the sides of your body with your arms. Slide the hands back just a little. Inhale, baby cobra. Anchor the tops of the feet down as you extend through the chest. Exhale, lower the head. Inhale, baby cobra. Glide the buttocks flush down towards the heels. Again, release. One more time. Inhale, lift the chest, baby cobra. Keep the elbows squeezing in towards the body. Keep the breath going. Hold back down. Bring your arms out to the side of the room, palms facing down. Bend your right knee. Roll onto your left hip. Place your right foot either behind your left leg, on top of your left leg, or in front. So whatever feels comfortable. Also, we can bend the left knee and kind of do a clamshell here. And you'll notice as you lean back, you get more stretch in the shoulder. Make your way back to center. Arms out in the T again. Bend your left knee, bend your left arm, roll onto your right hip. And let's bend the right knee here. Come back to center. Hands underneath the shoulders, curl the toes, press the knees down. Engage the core, push your body up, and then push your hips back for downward facing dog. 5 smooth breaths in. Inhale, look up. At the end of your exhale, step or hop to the front. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. The palms touch, hands to heart. Tadasana. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha. Uttanasana. Plant your hands down, plank, Ardha Chaturanga. Stay here. Lower your right knee, angle out your right foot, plant your left foot down, reach your left arm up for Vashisthasana variation. Notice the right side body is not lower down, which means the hip is also lifting up. You're more than welcome to take classic with both legs straight. Otherwise, bring your hand down, come back to plank, or to modified plank with the knees down. I'm teaching it with regular plank. Lower the knee down, left foot angles, right foot stomp, reach the right arm up. So push up and out of that palm, lifting out of the shoulder so you're not sinking your head in. Smooth breath in. Exhale, right hand goes down. Plank again, 5 breaths here. One more breath, actually. Knees come down, shift your hips back, child's. Full and complete breath in. Full breath out. Stretch your arms forward, plant your palms. Lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Smooth breath in. Look forward, step or hop to the front. Inhale for Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Palms touch down through heart center. One more time, sun salutation 8. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hinge forward, soften the knees on your way down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Plant the hands down, step the feet back, plank pose. Stay in plank. Lower the knees down, flatten out the toes, modify chaturanga. Shift forward, bend your elbows, slowly come down. Straighten your arms down, maybe come onto your forehead or on one cheek. Your feet are hips width distance or even smaller, even shorter than hips width distance. Really press down through the pinky toe side of the foot just as much as you're pressing down through the big toe side of the foot. Engage your thighs. Draw the flesh of the buttocks down. Knit the ribs in and inhale, lift the chest up, reach the arms back, lift the legs. Shalabhasana, locust pose. Interlace your hands behind you, lift the chest even more, reach the knuckles back. Lower onto forehead or opposite cheek. Reposition your feet. Ready? Take an inhale, engage your muscles, lift the chest, lift the legs, reach back, Shalabhasana. Change the interlace, awkward thumb on top. Reach the knuckles back. Open up through the chest. But keep the core in. We don't want to get into the low back. Lower down, opposite cheek or back to forehead. Place the palms underneath the shoulders, curl the toes under, push the knees down, come up and back to downward facing dog. Keep the thighs engaged, and on an inhale, bend the right knee, step the foot in between your hands. Anchor the back heel down, and then notice right here, before you come up, check to see that you're at front heel to back arch alignment. So as if you were to trace from the heel to the arch, would they connect? Good. From here, draw the navel in, and circle your left arm up overhead, and then the right follows. Coming into our first warrior 2 of the day. Press into your back foot, your left foot, just as much as you're bending and you're using your front knee, your right thigh harden. You're also firming your left thigh too. So don't let the back knee bend. Good. Now position your shoulders to be directly above your hips, because sometimes we like to go forward. Bring your shoulders right on top of your hips. Knit the core in, reach the arms out, even though I know they're already out. Look back to see your left arm. Is it down too low or up too high? Bring it to shoulder height. Return your head back to the front and gaze beyond your middle finger. Smooth breath in, smooth breath out. Take an inhale, reach the arms up, straighten your front leg. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, rebend. Bring your arms all the way up, straighten your leg, hands to waist, and parallel your right foot. So both the inner feet are directly straight and parallel with each other. Now from here, glide your right heel back, and then turn your left toes forward. Again, check your alignment. Front heel to back arch. Press so much weight into the right edge of the foot. Firm the right thigh as you sink in your left knee. Check to see if your knee is above your ankle. And now position your shoulders so that they're on top of the hips. And then open up your chest towards the right side of your mat. Reach the arms out, warrior 2. Again, let's check the back arm. Where is it in space? Okay, there you are. And then come back to your drishti. Smooth breath in, smooth breath out. Now remember, keep the back thigh firm. Your right thigh is still engaged. Inhale, reach your arms up, straighten your front leg. Exhale, rebend. Keep going, reach up. Exhale, rebend. Inhale up. Rebend. One more, reach up. Hands to waist, parallel your feet. This time, pinch and toe your feet just a little bit so your knees go in the same direction as your toes. Again, reach the flesh down to the mat. Bring your hands to your waist and draw the elbows back. Find a slight pinch in the shoulder blades here. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, hinge forward, release the head. Interlace your hands behind your hips and lift the knuckles up, away from your hips. Place more weight into the ball mounds of the feet. Keep your thighs firm and engaged. Maybe add a slight micro bend to your knees. How is the breath going? Lower your hands down onto the floor, onto the mat. Crawl forward, straighten your spine, extend your spine, flatten out your hands, and come into a wide down dog. Arms walk out to hips to shoulder width. Knit the ribs in. Crawl your hands back. Bring your hands behind your waist. Interlace the awkward way. Lift the knuckles up. Broaden through the collarbones as the shoulder blades press to the spine lightly. Smooth breath in. Smooth breath out. Hands to waist, engage the thighs. Inhale, lengthen your spine, come all the way up. Take your toes out to the sides of the room. Bring your hands in your inner thighs and bend your knees. Turn to your left and straighten your right arm. Getting a stretch in the thigh and in the shoulder. Come back to center and take it to the opposite direction. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Center. And back. Come to center. Lift the spine up. Bring your arms out. And then lightly pop to center. Or heel toe your feet in towards the middle. Nice. Okay. So stand at the top of your mat. Press your feet all the way down. We're gonna do tree pose here. So pressing down, so start with the Tadasana leg, Tadasana pelvic. Bend your left knee and slide your right heel to your ankle. Pause. And notice how your right knee, your right hip is slightly open to the side. It's slightly open, but try not to let it out. Let it externally rotate too much. Keep the frontal hip bones facing the front of the room, the front of the mat. Keep the stability in the core, and then slide the heel up maybe a little higher. If you want, and if you want to find balance with a slightly higher heel, keep hugging the hips in and then reach your arms up to grow branches. One more cycle of breath. Bring your knee up to center. Lower your right hand. Take it into the big toe. Wrap with your peace finger. Wrap it around your big toe. Bring your knee in. Lift and lengthen. Good. And maybe start to straighten the leg forward. And it can be bent. It doesn't need to be straight. Bring it back to center. Keep it up, and then exhale, lower it back. Nice job. Press down through your right foot. Engage your Tadasana legs and your Tadasana pelvis. Bend your left knee. Place the heel next to your ankle. Hug the outer hips into the center of the body. So it's like lightly clenching your buttocks. And if you want to slide the heel up a little higher. Start to grow your branches. Smooth breath in, smooth breath out. And if you start to waver, it's okay. Bring your hands to the heart. Bring your knee in. Lift it up. And with your left peace fingers, grab your big toe. Bring the knee in. Bring your right hand on your hip. And then maybe you start to straighten the leg. Again, it can be bent. One more breath. Bring the knee back in. Let go of the knee. Lift it up. And exhale, full release. Nice. Standing in Tadasana. Take a moment. Circle your arms up. Hinge forward, release. Lift and lengthen. Refold. Plant your hands down. Step back. Plank. Knees come down. Modified chaturanga. Shift forward. Bend your elbows. Slowly lower yourself. Inhale, a baby cobra. Exhale, lower all the way down. Curl the toes under. Listen, we're going to do something different. Press the knees down. Lift your torso up and come back into a plank. I think I showed this last time, I'm not sure. But from plank, begin to flatten out your toes. So uncurl the toes, one and then the other. Keep your hips up, press your chest forward for upward facing dog. Don't let the hips fall down, keep the core tight. And exhale, curl the toes, downward facing dog. Smooth breath in. Smooth breath out. Inhale fully and completely. Exhale, let it go. Again, inhale fully. Exhale, release. Keep it going. Good. Inhale, look forward. Pause. Bend your right knee. Step your foot in between your hands. Back heel comes down. Windmill your arms for warrior two. Drive or pull the right hip all the way back. So you're going to tighten the right hip, the right buttocks, the right side of the thigh so that it doesn't splay out, right? So you want to pull it in and back. Warrior two now. Bring your hands to your waist, straighten your front leg. I said that funny. With your right hand, place it into the hip crease, your right hip crease. Push your hips back. Now find the length through both sides of the torso. Reach your right arm forward and then lower down. Left arm goes up, triangle pose. Keep pushing into the left thigh. Firm the left thigh. Don't let it go loosey-goosey on you. And the same thing we did on the floor when we were cross-legged. Bring your top hand down to the bottom ribs. Rotate the bottom ribs up towards the ceiling. So there's a slight little twist in triangle pose. Extended triangle, reach your top arm overhead so that your inner arm is parallel to your ear, in line with your ear. Top hand down onto the mat, step back, plank pose. Shift back, down dog. Bend your left knee, step your foot in between your hands, back heel comes down. Reach the right arm up and overhead. Warrior two. Firm your right thigh as you draw the left hip back and under. Straighten your front leg, bring your hands to hip, left hand in the left hip crease. Cut your hips back, lengthening through both sides of the torso. Reach your left hand down, place it onto your shin, top arm goes up. Triangle pose, opposite side. If you feel your left leg locking out, micro bend. Top hand down onto the bottom rib. Rotate them up towards the ceiling. Reach your right arm back. Extended triangle, reach your arm forward. And then reframe the front foot. Step back, plank. And then come down, rest in child's pose. Full, complete breath in. Full and complete breath out. Plant your hands down. Shift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Bend your right knee, step your right foot next to your right thumb. Back heel comes down. You can step your left foot out a bit. Reach your arms forward and up, come into warrior one. So a nice bend in the front knee, and then the back leg is, again, it's firm. So pretend your left leg is in Tadasana. So it's firm, the left foot is rooting down. The front heel needs to be digging into the mat. Reaching your arms overhead. Find your breath. Slowly, slowly come onto your toes. Lift your heel, come onto Alanasana, crescent pose. Bend the back knee. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, bend both legs. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Lower the hands down. Step the foot right back. Plank, and then downward facing. Opposite side, bend the left foot, step it next to the left thumb. Anchor the back heel down. You can step the foot out to the right a little bit. Firm into your right foot as you lift off for warrior one. Keeping the right thigh firm. Steer the left hip back just a little bit. Finding that breath. And then slowly lifting the heel off of the mat, coming onto your toes, with your toes curled, parted, and your back knee bent. All in asana, crescent pose. Bend both knees, bend the arms, inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Lower the hands down, step back or plank pose. And then lower again back down for child. Smooth breath in. Smooth breath out. Straighten both arms, come into all fours, and sit back on your heels. Now, so usually I teach this at the wall. I thought it would be fun to throw in Ustrasana camel pose, but we can also do it without the wall. We just have to be very, very mindful. Okay. So with our blocks, we will place the blocks on the outside edges of the foot. Now I'll use a water bottle and the speaker here, just so I have something to reference to. So the blocks are going to be on the outsides, maybe like starting with the ankles and going back. Now we've been learning or doing the work for the pelvis being neutral, right? So we're going to draw the buttocks squash down. We're going to keep the ribs knitted in. And we're going to bring the arms behind us. And we're going to slowly lower through the chest, the shoulder blades, but keep the hips right above the knee. So as you reach back through your arms, keep the hips right in line with the knee. And actually, we don't even need to use the blocks. We can place the palms on the buttocks with fingertips going up, or we can place the palms on the buttocks with fingertips going down. Really open up through the chest, through the collarbone. And if you feel this in the low back, your palms are helping you draw the buttocks flesh down. It's relieving any kind of low back pain that you can have. And then exhale, bend your knees, sit back onto your heels. Coming back to your breath. Okay, and then again, let's lift up. The feet are hips width apart, pressing down through the pinky toe side and the big toe side. Bring your hands onto your pelvis. So whatever way you liked it, or if you want to try an opposite way, you can. Keep the hips above the knees as You open up the chest. Find your breath. Slowly draw the core in, bring yourself all the way back, and let's sit back on our heels. Take a rest. Sit either on your block or on a blanket. And we're going to sit up nice and tall. Reach the arms all the way up. Bend your right elbow. Place the palm on the back. Left arm goes around the back, and maybe you catch your fingertips. If you don't, it's okay. If you have a strap nearby, you can use it, of course. Keep the ribs knitted in. Draw the left shoulder down and away from the ear. Keep the right elbow pointed up to the ceiling. Exhale, release. Tee out your arm. Left arm up, palm faces behind you. Right arm goes back around your body and then bend your top elbow. Maybe you catch your fingertips, maybe you don't. The right shoulder goes down and away from your right ear. The left shoulder rotates back, having your left elbow point up towards the ceiling. Release, let it go. Open up your legs for Upavishta. Reaching the arms up overhead, reaching forward and lowering your palms or fingertips down, whatever you choose. Maybe you have blocks and you have your hands rested on your block. Cooling down the bottom. Smooth inhale. Smooth exhale. Walk your hands back. Rotate to your left and crawl your hands forward. Anchor your right hip down. And if you're not already folded, then you can fold into the leg. Walk your hands back to center and then over to your right side. Anchor your left hip down. Lengthen your spine. Find your breath. And then you can fold into that leg. Navel into spine, lengthen back, close up the leg. And let's open the knees apart, soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana. Allow the inner thighs to release back. You can place your hands on your ankles or on your feet and fold forward. Firm the belly, lengthen your body up. Bring the knees together and slowly roll onto your back. Knees into chest, rock side to side. Both feet on the mat with knees bent. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Flex through your right foot. With your right hand, slightly, slowly press the right knee away from you. Keep both hips anchored into the mat. How is your breath? You can always lift the left leg, and you can interlace behind the left thigh. If your right elbow touches your right inner thigh, you can press the knee away from your chest. Place the left foot down. Keep this leg unit, but rotate to your left, coming into a twist. Stretching your right arm out. Maybe you grab your ankle with your left hand. You're ready, come back to center. Right foot down. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Flex to your left foot. Left hand gently pushes your left knee away. With your right foot option, you can interlace behind the right thigh. Again, if your left knee touches your left elbow, you can push the left knee away. The left inner thigh, rather. Smooth breath in. Smooth breath out. Release the cross. Bring your knees into your chest. Roll from side to side. And take your feet, your soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Grab onto the outside edges of your feet for happy feet. A rock from side to side. If you've missed any pose, take it now. And we'll take 3 more breaths in either happy baby or whatever pose you like. Bring your knees to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Lift your head, squeeze all of your muscles. And then exhale, lower your body down, lowering your arms, letting your feet splay out, your arms away from the sides of your body, allowing the shoulder heads to roll back, creating a slight contraction in the shoulder blades for more expansion in the chest. Shavasana. begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take your arms up overhead. Get a nice stretch. Bring your knees into your chest. Roll onto your right side using your right arm as a pillow. Pause in fetal position. Using the top hand, pressing it down, using the right elbow to lift yourself up, but keep your head lowered until you sit up completely. And then keep your eyes closed. Option to have a soft gaze. Bring your hands to heart center, lift the spine, gratitude. And then exhale, bow into your heart. Feeling the thumbs press into the chest reminds us that we all come from pure love. Thumbs rise up to meet our lips to remind us to speak words of love. And the knuckles press in between the eyebrows to remind us that we're all connected through the same pure love. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Thank yourself for showing up to your life. Namaste. Thank you for joining, Tammy. It was wonderful to have you.
Thank you, Tanya.
Welcome.
Have a great. You too.
Well,
Thanks. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Bye.